Hello, welcome back to the Real Screen Team. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with my partner in crime, Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
And right today we're talking about the final video, Karate Kid Part 3, in our least liked of the bunch. So, Chris, we want to talk about the plot on that.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, really, this film is not so much about Daniel and Miyagi.
This is about Cobra Kai.
Yeah. We find John Kreese pretty much several months after the All Valley tournament.
They even recap. We forgot to mention they recap both Karate Kid Part 2 and Part 3. So in case you missed the movies, you can still see the recap of what happened on each of the movies.
And we find pretty much John Kreese is pretty destitute.
Mm-hmm.
Cobra Kai has shut down. All his students have left. He's down on his luck. So he decides to give the keys to his dear friend and co-creator of Cobra Kai, Terry Silver.
Mm-hmm.
But Silver says, instead of doing that, why don't I go ahead and help you revive Cobra Kai, send you off to Tahiti, get rested up, and then when we come back, we're going to take over the entire valley and have Cobra Kai run things.
Yeah.
But before we do that, we take care of that pesky Miyagi-Do duo of Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Miyagi.
Who coincidentally just got back from Japan.
Very true. They just got back from Okinawa. Daniel initially was supposed to go to college, but decides not to and help Mr. Miyagi start his own bonsai tree business.
Yeah. And that's where the film kind of falters a bit with.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that. And we also find out that, unfortunately, the relationship of Daniel and Kumiko had to end. But it ended amicably with no hurt feelings, unlike his relationship with Allie. Kumiko got the opportunity of a lifetime. She got the opportunity to go to Tokyo and join a dance troupe. She finally got to follow her dream of making dance into a career. And Daniel understood that, and they separated ways as adults should.
Mm-hmm.
While at the same time, he meets a girl named Jessica?
Yeah.
Who really isn't a new love interest.
Although they flirt at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's not really much of a thing because she already has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
She's from out of the state. She's just taken over the pottery business for her aunt.
Yep.
So, meh. But Daniel runs into some issues in trying to set up the business with Mr. Miyagi through another crazed antagonist in Mike Barnes, who is actually in cahoots with Terry Silver and John Kreese. He's been brought into Cobra Kai to help them destroy Miyagi-Do so then they can go ahead and take over the valley. And Mike Barnes essentially is a monster.
Yeah.
He had, just like previous villains, he has no qualms in doing horrible things,
Yeah.
but he takes it even further.
Then Chosen.
I mean, yeah, he takes it even further than what Chosen did.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's destruction of property, assaulting a woman, leaving Daniel and Jessica in a canyon where they were trying to get a bonsai tree during high tide coming up where they could potentially drown. And he took away the ropes that they used to climb down into the canyon.
Yeah. They even hit a woman.
I said that, yes. He had no qualms in kicking Jessica in the stomach. Dude's a bad guy. Really horrible individual. But he's essentially being used as a decoy to help Terry Silver essentially bring Daniel to the dark side.
Yeah.
He helps create this wedge between Daniel and Miyagi, forcing Daniel, against Miyagi's wishes, to re-enter into the All Valley tournament.
And luckily, the winners don't have to compete. Oops, sorry.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the winner doesn't have to compete entirely through the tournament. Just the final.
Yeah.
The final fight.
Yeah.
But Miyagi told Daniel, no, don't do it. You proved your point.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped the bullies from bullying you.
Yeah.
There's no reason to continue fighting.
But
Mike Barnes pushes Daniel to finally accept joining the All Valley, which creates a wedge between Daniel and Miyagi. And who happens to strut by and help Daniel,
good old Silver.
or really hinder and hurt Daniel?
Yeah, good old
Terry Silver.
Yeah.
Who essentially tries to curate and feed into the anger and darkness Daniel has been developing through his issues with Mike Barnes.
Yeah.
And it goes to the point that Daniel really starts following the mottos of Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. To the point that he assaults a guy at a dance club that Daniel and Jessica went to, all because he started to hit on her.
Yeah.
Just some random dude. Essentially, things are going way over the top. And then once Daniel realizes that this is going too far, he goes and tries to confront Terry and tell him, I can't do this. But guess who happens to come back? John Kreese.
Yeah.
Back and well rested from his trip in Tahiti, Terry, John, and Mike are about to go beat Daniel down.
Yeah.
But his guardian angel returns.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi comes back and utterly beats them down.
Yeah.
And quite possibly one of the most satisfying fights in the series, besides maybe the final fight between Daniel and Johnny and Daniel and Chosen.
Yeah.
And we would think that Kreese, Silver, and Barnes would learn their lesson, but no. No. They're even more invested in trying to destroy Miyagi-Do and help Cobra Kai take over when Daniel finally fights Mike Barnes at the Old Valley. And things get intense.
Yep. And you should watch the rest of the movie to see how intense it might. Or...
Well... Now we need to get into the issue of this. I'm sorry, the third movie just isn't that good. It really isn't. Of these three movies, this one...
was the weakest.
Yes. I mean, the only interesting things about this movie is seeing what the members of Cobra Kai are doing. Mm-hmm. I'm here to see Daniel LaRusso overcome adversity, not watch him and Mr. Miyagi make a freaking plant business. And then him not even get with the girl at the end.
Yeah.
I'm here to see adversity overcome.
Yep.
Not plants. Even though bonsai trees are cool, they're a major staple in this franchise. I'm not here to see a business about that.
Yep. But we can also talk about the new characters. The three new characters.
Yeah, because really, what much of a character is Jessica?
Not much.
I know. And she leaves halfway through.
Yeah. She's just a pretty face just for the fan service. Pretty much.
And what much fan service was that?
I have no idea. But they did some pretty girl in that movie, so...
Yeah. I mean, it is great to see John Kreese return.
Yeah.
I mean, Martin Cove still at top form, performing that character.
Yeah.
But also showing a bit more dimension of, Kreese was really down.
Yeah.
And it was affecting him.
Yeah.
So I got to give Martin Cove some credit on showing that even John Kreese can show weakness.
Yeah.
But despite my misgivings with this film, I got to give this up.
Yeah.
To the true star of this film, Thomas Ian Griffith as Terry Silver. Mm-hmm. This man is incredible.
For a rich man, he spends a lot more time getting revenge on a kid he doesn't know.
This man is ridiculously rich. I mean, extravagantly rich, like Scrooge McDuck levels of rich.
Yep.
And we also see him, while he's being charged for felonies, commit more felonies to get out of the felonies that he's being charged with. And he doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's how rich and powerful this man is. That he can do whatever he wants. Mm-hmm. And no one tries to stop him. Mm-hmm. That's why it makes him getting beat down by Miyagi all the more satisfying.
That was my favorite fight, was the one closest to the final fight was that. Same thing goes with Mike Barnes, because he also deserved it when he flies out of the door.
Oh, that felt good. That felt good.
The actor was even in shock when he got beat up. He's like, "What? No one ever beat me up like that."
And plus, I do have to give a great deal of respect for Sean Cannon as Mike Barnes. Yep. He definitely played that part very well.
Yeah.
He was someone that you genuinely hated.
Yeah.
I mean, with the other characters that Daniel has had to deal with, Johnny and the Cobra Kai crew or Chosen, there were elements that you hated them, but there were also elements that you kind of liked or respected about them. There is no sense of that with Mike Barnes. The dude's a straight up bad guy. No honor, no respect, no mercy. This man you want to see get beat down. You want to see him take a kick to the face.
Yeah. And So how do you want to rate your part of the film?
Just by the power of Terry Silver and Mike Barnes, this film barely passes with a 6 out of 10. Originally, I was going to give it a 5. All intents and purposes, this movie should be given a failing grade. But thanks to the incredible over-the-top powers of Terry Silver and the ruthlessness of Mike Barnes, I give it at least a passing grade of 6.
I agree. And this will be the first time that we're actually agreeing on the same thing, because I'm also going for 6 out of 10. It was pretty weak. It's only because of the new characters that made it at least watchable.
Yeah. I mean, again, no offense to Ralph Macchio or Pat Morita. They still were perfectly fine in this film. They just weren't given anything really important or interesting to do in the film. It really didn't make too much sense on really investing that much into them.
We only think that you should just watch it if they mention it more in Cobra Kai.
Yeah. I mean, they actually give a pretty good rundown about Daniel and Terry Silver in the second season of Cobra Kai. I'd say if you really want to be a completionist, go ahead and watch the third film along with the first two.
Just once.
Yeah, just once. But if you really are just trying to find good films,
it's the other two.
Yeah. Watch The Karate Kid and Karate Kid Part 2 and avoid this unless if you either want to complete the series or you want to know a bit more of Terry Silver and Mike Barnes and the whole situation when you go into watching Cobra Kai.
And as we're about to leave, let's talk about what's coming up next.
Ah, yes.
We're doing expert and novice, and this time I'm the expert, and Chris is the novice, and we're doing the faculty. And then the next one, we're flip-flop. Well, no, the next one we do our first segment of popcorn music,
where we talk about the film Bohemian Rhapsody. Ayo!
And then our last one will be
another expert novice, and the one I've really been looking forward to. We finally start the incredible, bizarre adventure that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And we'll be talking about parts 1 and 2, Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency.
And don't forget to watch us here on both Pack 14 and on YouTube. And subscribe, like, and subscribe. And also follow us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team, and on YouTube, The Real Screen Team. And please subscribe. If you want us to get more than 2 TVs on the screen, we need to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, please. I want my control center. Please. Spread the word. Subscribe. Recommend us. Do whatever you can. We really, really appreciate it.
So, want to go roll us out?
Sure. I hope you all have enjoyed this. Us talking about this fantastic franchise. Please definitely come back again for our reviews of Cobra Kai and our various other reviews. Please, once again, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Let's fade to black.